Today, we're recapping Ondine, a 2009 fantasy drama directed by Neil Jordan. The film takes us to the picturesque coast of Ireland, where a struggling fisherman's life takes a magical turn after he pulls a mysterious woman from the sea. With themes of love, hope, and folklore, Ondine blurs the lines between reality and legend, weaving a captivating story of an unexpected encounter that changes everything for a lonely man and his ailing daughter. The story begins with Syracuse, a lonely, down-on-his-luck fisherman living in a small Irish town. Known to locals as Syracuse, Syracuse leads a quiet, solitary life. He is a recovering alcoholic, trying to piece his life back together after a messy divorce from his wife, Maura. Syracuse's life is defined by his routine, fishing in the cold waters of the Atlantic and visiting his young daughter, Annie, who is battling kidney failure and uses a wheelchair. Despite his struggles, Syracuse is devoted to Annie, and his love for her is the one constant in his otherwise bleak world. One day, while casting his nets at sea, something extraordinary happens. Syracuse pulls up a woman caught in his net, unconscious but alive. He is stunned and confused, wondering if she's a mermaid or a selkie, a mythical creature from Irish folklore, believed to be a seal that can shed its skin and take human form. The woman, disoriented and drenched, regains consciousness. She asks Syracuse not to let anyone see her, adding to the air of mystery surrounding her. Syracuse takes her to his late mother's secluded cottage, hidden away from the town. The woman introduces herself as Ondine, and although she seems strange and unfamiliar with the world, Syracuse decides to respect her wish for privacy. The name Ondine is itself mysterious, evoking the myth of a water nymph. Despite his initial skepticism, Syracuse is drawn to her enigmatic presence. Ondine's appearance marks a turning point in Syracuse's life. He finds himself performing better at sea, catching more fish than ever before. It feels like luck, or perhaps magic, has finally entered his life. He shares his incredible experience with his priest, who serves as his confidant. The priest listens but is doubtful, believing that Syracuse's imagination, combined with his past struggles with alcohol, may be clouding his judgment. Syracuse, though, is convinced that something miraculous is happening. Meanwhile, Annie, Syracuse's daughter, stumbles upon the story of Ondine during her time at the library. She becomes fascinated by the idea that Ondine might be a selkie, enchanted by the fantasy of a magical being who can grant wishes. Annie dreams of the mythical possibilities, hoping that Ondine's presence could change their fate. She begins to believe that Ondine's magic could be the answer to her health problems. As the days go by, Ondine and Syracuse grow closer. Syracuse is captivated by her gentleness and her beautiful singing, which she does while working around the cottage. Ondine sings in a strange, haunting language that Syracuse has never heard before. Her songs are ethereal, almost otherworldly, reinforcing the idea that she may indeed be a selkie. Syracuse starts to fall in love with her, and a bond forms between them, built on the fragile hope that she might be more than just a mysterious woman. Syracuse's luck continues to change. His fishing nets are fuller than ever. Ondine accompanies him on his fishing trips, and her songs seem to have an almost supernatural effect on the sea. He begins to wonder if the legends might be true. The villagers start noticing his sudden success, and rumors spread about the miracle fisherman. Syracuse, however, keeps Ondine a secret from everyone except for Annie, who eagerly believes in the magic of it all. The story takes a turn when a mysterious stranger appears in town, searching for something or someone. He is foreign, stern-looking, and seems to be tracking Ondine. Syracuse notices him and starts to worry that Ondine's past might be catching up with her. He confronts Ondine, asking her if she is running from someone, but she remains vague, refusing to share details about her past. The air of mystery deepens as she appears both frightened and unwilling to face her pursuer. Back at home, Annie's health is deteriorating. She needs a kidney transplant, and Syracuse feels the weight of his helplessness as a father. He becomes desperate, clinging to the belief that Ondine might be a selkie who can save Annie with her magic. His belief in the supernatural seems to clash with the harsh realities of life, but he clings to this newfound hope as he has nothing else to hold on to. As the stranger continues his search, Syracuse becomes more protective of Ondine. He tries to keep her hidden, fearing that she will disappear as mysteriously as she appeared. His protective instincts turn into love, and he becomes willing to fight for her, even if it means confronting whatever or whoever is chasing her. The stranger eventually confronts Ondine at the cottage. The truth is revealed. Ondine is not a selkie, but a Romanian woman named Joanna, who was involved in drug smuggling. She had thrown the drugs overboard during a raid and escaped by jumping into the sea, where Syracuse found her. The mysterious songs she sang were in her native language, not some magical incantation. Her story is one of desperation and survival, rather than fantasy. Syracuse is shocked, but still loves her. The revelation that Ondine is human does not lessen her value in his eyes. He decides to help her face her past. The man chasing her is a drug trafficker seeking the lost drugs, but Syracuse outsmarts him. He retrieves the drugs from where they were hidden in the sea and calls the authorities, leading to the trafficker's arrest. As the dust settles, Syracuse's relationship with Ondine deepens into something real and tangible. The illusions of magic and myth dissolve, but what remains is an honest love story. Syracuse is now free from the burden of the past and ready to start a new chapter in his life with Ondine by his side. In a heartwarming turn of events, a match for Annie's kidney transplant is found. Her health improves, and the family is finally able to look forward to a hopeful future. The final scenes show a transformed Syracuse, no longer a lonely, struggling man, but someone who has found a new purpose and a new love. Ondine is a tale of redemption and the power of belief, showing that sometimes the real magic lies not in fantasy, but in the love and hope we find in the most unexpected places. And that's the story of Ondine, a beautifully crafted film that mixes myth with reality. It's a reminder that while life may not always follow a fairy tale script, the bonds we form and the love we share can be as magical as any legend.